Because look, can we think of any other civilization that has survived for 3,000 years?
Right. That
Which
you
is
can go
what-
visit right now.
That you can go visit right now.
Tourist site.
But ancient Egypt as a culture
Right.
survived for 3,000 years. It's survived the Greek occupation. It survived the previous Persian occupation. It was only the Romans that brought it low. The Roman occupation of Egypt was the beginning of the end.
To put it into
ancient-
perspective, I always use this quote. I forget who came up with this, but it's a perfect analogy. Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPhone than she did to the construction of the pyramids.
Yeah.
Even if you use the conventional 2500 BC dating of the construction of the pyramids, which is also under debate.
It's under debate, yeah.
Well, it's also, even if that's true, even if it is 2,500 years ago, the most baffling thing is how did they do it? There's no simple answers. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. There's no simple answers.
Yeah.
How did they do it? How did they have such incredible sophistication in their construction methods? How did they get those massive 80-plus ton stones 500 miles down from the mountains with no equipment, no heavy machinery? Whatever they did, I think it's reasonable to say that in a different way, I don't think they had iPhones. I don't think they had email, but they were probably more sophisticated than us today in their ability to manipulate stone and make constructions.
They certainly were, and I think they had mastery of techniques that we don't know about
Right.
yet.
And perhaps equipment.
And perhaps equipment. The Great Pyramid remains to me an abiding mystery, which despite probably 100 or more visits to the Great Pyramid and being inside it and spending the night in it and exploring every passage and every chamber, including the so-called relieving chambers above the King's Chamber, I still can't figure it out. I don't understand how it was possible to do this. And then the time span which Egyptology gives us, because Egyptology is fixed on the idea that the Great Pyramid is a tomb and only a tomb.
And then it was built in about 20 years.
23 years.
Yeah.
Because if it's the tomb of Khufu, then it had to be built in 23 years because that was his reign.
Right.
He would start, in theory, building it at the beginning of his reign, and it's finished by the end of his reign. That's 23 years. And in the broader span, if you look at the Fourth Dynasty pyramids, and even go back to the end of the Third Dynasty, the Pyramid of Zoser, the Step Pyramid, you find that this is a sudden emergence of incredible skills, which lasts for about 100 years, and then it goes away. It stops.